And you are the co-founder of Markham?
Markham, Bernstein, and Pinchuk.
Okay, I didn't know it was that long of a name. And can you tell us what you guys do and how you started?
Sure. We are auditors of Chinese companies that are looking to go public on U.S. markets. We got started in China about 20 years ago, and we had basically two staff people. My partner and I, Drew, were the partners at that time, so it was like a four-man firm. We got started with one small client in Harbin and worked on that for about 2 years. We learned a lot about China, China's customs, their business culture, a lot of the laws, regulations, how you could possibly conduct an audit in China. Made a lot of mistakes along the way, and 5 years after that, we decided that we were going to actually go out and start hiring people from the Big Four, because the whole thing about working with Chinese companies is credibility. And I think that the start is to have your staff be credible. And the most credible staff people that you can find are working for the Big Four. So that's what we did. We established our firm with about a dozen Big Four ex-employees. They added a lot of credibility to our firm, and it enabled us to get a little bit of work from Goldman Sachs, which is unheard of. At that time, they would never even consider hiring anybody other than the Big Four to work for them. Wow. So we just built on that platform and expanded and expanded and learned more and more. And now we have 5 offices.
Mr. Soon, thanks for being with us. And he is the CEO of BRIC. Good afternoon. Could you tell us a little about yourself, how you got involved with BRIC, and what BRIC is all about?
Okay. Okay, I can introduce myself in English. My name is Tong Sun, and CEO, founder of BRIC Group. And BRIC, the first time is a consulting company focused on the China agricultural market for 10 years. And I visited the American this July. I think it's a great country, and the agriculture develop more than China market. So I think it's a good market. So we should go to the market and help do something. So now our New York office is open, and BRIC International Group and cooperate with the ex-home company in one of the New York local company. So we hope we can help American farmer to sell their like soybean and like poultry to Asia market. Okay.
Well, congratulations for starting in America. Well, where are you guys, in New York?
Where?
And on behalf of your company, which is a great company, I think it's very important for people to know, especially people in the present administration, that these are companies coming here who want to help American companies open up into China, okay? And they don't want to have to look to Brazil or Argentina. Sometimes they have to, because for world markets. But a company like yours, I think it's very helpful and good, and I think it's a necessary resource for American companies, absolutely. And I think it will be resolved. It absolutely has to. There's no one's going to win right now. And I again, as I think as Neil said, it's a political issue. It's not so much an economic issue, because no one country can live without the other, especially when it comes to agriculture and poultry. Absolutely.
So you're saying that sometimes politics gets in the way of business?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Great.
That's what I think most of it is right now. It's a political issue, not an economic one. So it will be resolved. They just need to get together. After a little bit of pain, I'm sure they'll resolve it.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
And can you say something in Chinese to tell us about the future?
总统你好. No, I'll leave that to him, because I may make a mistake and I don't want to do that. But next time I certainly will. Thanks for putting me on the spot, by the way.
We'll use that for outtakes. Well, thank you very much. Any other questions, Ray?
I think you two shake hands.
Yeah.
Let's take.
And we're talking Chinese-America relations. What do you see for the future of Chinese-American relations?
Well, as you know, our Asian CEO, Mr. John Fiore mentioned just now, it's kind of complex. It happened. Anyhow, it's good or bad, but it happened indeed against a certain political background. But one thing is for sure. American people and Chinese people, they have the mutual interest, which is, access and prosperity rather than, fighting and poverty, and delay or stop in development. The people of both countries, they want to live a better life. Trade, it's a very important factor.